Hey guys, JoeFan82 here, and this is part 2 of my review for the G.I. Joe 50th Anniversary Silent Strike box set. In part 1, I reviewed the Stealth Sky Striker and the Ace and Sightline figures. If you want to see that video, check the description below and there will be a link. In this video, I will be covering the orange Hiss Tank and the Hiss Tank Driver and Hiss Tank Gunner. The Hiss Tank was originally released in 1983. It was all black. It had a black body, black treads, and it came with one figure, the driver. For the 50th anniversary, they released an orange Hiss Tank. It has never before been an orange Hiss Tank. They've been black, red, blue. This is the first orange one. And it's come with two figures, a driver and a gunner. So let's take a closer look at all of these. Okay, here's the orange Hiss Tank. When I first took this out of the box before I applied any stickers, it looked very plain, just like most Joe vehicles. But after I got all the stickers on, it looked a lot better. And the decals it came with are silver. And let's go ahead and take a look at those. You've got the silver Cobra logo. Some other ones here. I really like this stripe on the side. The directions call for the 183 sticker to go here, but the sticker sheet comes with all of these extra numbers and you can put whatever number you want. I just went with what was on the instructions. And down below on the side, you've got some more decals here. It's just these little extra details that make it look so much better. Stay clear. That's Cobra, safety first. There we go. And the front. And so you've got the turret on the top here turns all the way around. It's not totally smooth because of the notches used to lock it in there, but it turns. The gun raises about so high enough that you can open up the canopy here. It's a nice translucent orange plastic, and inside nice molded detail, some stickers inside. I don't know, I wouldn't want to be sitting against this all day. It looks kind of uncomfortable. But that's some nice detail that they put in. I believe this is the same mold that has been used maybe since the beginning, since the first Hiss Tank. They just recolored it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And you know, I used the same decals on both sides, so it was matching. And the rear, you've got the silver logo on the side and then a gold logo on the back. And up here it says caution rotary. See, safety first. Cobra is very concerned about your safety. Caution, safety, something down here. Now these are molded treads, but let me get focused here. Molded treads, but they do not work. It rolls on wheels. You can see here. And it rolls pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and get the figures in. Now this canopy here, you have to push it closed to get it to stay. If you just put it down, it kind of flaps open a little bit. So here is the driver. Let's stick him in. the gunner. You pretty much just drop them in. I mean, there's a, I don't know if you can see this, there's a little piece of plastic there, that bar, that you're supposed to separate the legs. Legs go on both sides. And he just drops in there. He's got his little readouts there. Yeah, he's just chilling up there. So that's how it looks with the figures inside. Now there has been a lot of flack against Hasbro for choosing an orange color for this HISS tank. My personal preference would be black or blue, but I understand that they wanted to do something different that hasn't been done before. So I can see where they're coming from too. An orange HISS tank would not be, you know, my main tank that I would use for Cobra. I could see this maybe as a, you know, like in the science division, and this is some kind of sci-fi laser thing. But I wouldn't have a whole fleet of orange tanks like this. So, for those of you out there that are not happy with this color, maybe you can look at it from a different point of view and find a use for it. Otherwise, you know, you can always sell it and get a different color. It's up to you. Let's take a closer look at the figures that this came with. Okay, here we have the HISS tank driver and HISS tank gunner. The only noticeable difference I can see in both of these figures are the legs. This is the driver and this is the gunner. So let's take a closer look at the driver. I'm not really a big fan of these legs. They're kind of awkward. If you look at it from the side, you can see the way the knee meets the thigh. Right here's a little weird. He's got some Frankenstein kind of boots there. It's just a little weird. If he could stand well on his own without the base, I would be a little more forgiving, but the way the legs are, it's kind of difficult to get him to stand up, which is okay. He's supposed to be sitting in his tank, you know, but you know, you'd like all the figures to be able to stand up on their own. As you can see, all orange to match the tank. He's got this little web gear here around the waist and around the thighs. Little design there on his chest. Some little detail there. It would have been nice to get a little more paint app around here instead of all orange. He's got a helmet there with this is either a mask or a part of the helmet on his nose and his mouth. He's got the silver trim there. The neck looks a little skinny. It's got a little skinny neck there. The back, I mean, it's nice detail. It's just maybe they could have put silver trim on there or something. He's got a hole for a backpack that he didn't come with a backpack. He's got silver arm gauntlets here, black gloves. He's got the standard articulation. His arm can, that's about as far up as he can go because of his shoulder pad there. It can twist all the way around. The elbow bends, but you've got to make sure that it's right here. There's a little cut in the gauntlet, so if you turn it and try to bend it like that, it's not going to go as far as this. See there, and the wrist does a 360. The legs can go out pretty far. Double jointed knees. The ankles go all the way around. And not really any other, articulation there, just the 360. Which is fine. He's a driver. He doesn't need to be doing gymnastics and stuff. Okay, let's look at the gunner. As you can see, he came with this armor in the package, in the box. So you're going to want that if you're, sitting on the top of a HISS tank. The head is pretty much exactly the same as the driver. And the top part is exactly the same. There's, you can see here, exactly the same. The legs is where it gets a little different. I like these, the design of these legs better than the driver. That's just me. You might be different. It's got some silver pads here. His legs do a split like that. Double jointed knees. Feet do a 360. They also have the little ankle joint there. You can see, although it doesn't go very far. Actually, it goes a little further than I thought it would. And a little paint app on his boot. He's got Velcro on his boots. He doesn't have time for shoelaces. He's got Velcro. Just kidding, folks. It's not really Velcro. I know somebody would comment, that's not Velcro. I know it's not Velcro, it's paint. So that's him. Forgot that the heads do 360. And they got a little bit of up and down movement as well. Same thing with this guy. So, these figures are okay, not as nice as the Ace and Sightline figures that go with the Sky Striker, but they're okay. The set also came with another piece of armor for the driver. I think you gotta take his head off to get it on. There's a little tab here that comes off. The arm through here. As you can see, it's very easy to get on. Not really. Not really the easiest thing to get on. And then it comes back up and it snaps on there. So you get the idea. So then it's even harder to tell them apart. Twins. Not crimson twins, orange twins. Let's take a look at the other accessories. They've got this silver gun. Kind of a futuristic looking gun to me. Another gun here. So you've got these two, right? And then the set came with these two guns. Now I don't know about you, but to me these look like revolvers. This looks like something that John Wayne would use in the Old West. So when I think of Cobra, I don't think of antique weapons. You know, I think of futuristic guns like this. So I'm not sure what the thinking was behind these. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think. But these seem to be a little weird being in this set. I mean, I could have almost seen them not even including these and just having these two, one for each figure. And of course, the figure stands is Tank Driver with the gold 50th anniversary. For the 50th anniversary, all the logos are gold for G.I. Joe and Cobra, and the Gunner. Driver and Gunner. Okay, let's take a look at the file cards. This is the Driver. File name various. Primary military specialty, Cobra Tank Division. Secondary specialty, ground support. Birthplace, various. It says his drivers are selected from the Cobra organization's thousands of yearly recruits and chosen for their physical strength and total dedication to evil. Graduates of the Cobra Battle School and Advanced Weapon Systems Training, they are qualified to operate assault vehicles and helicopters. During an attack on the G.I. Joe team's main munitions depot, the tanks are targeted by G.I. Joe pilot Brad Ace Armbruster in the G.I. Joe Sky Striker jet. And here is the Gunner's card. It says Tank Artillery, his Gunner. File name various. Primary military specialty, Cobra Tank Division. Secondary specialty, ground support. Birthplace various. His Gunners unleash a barrage of weapons fire with undisguised glee. Chosen from the teeming ranks of Cobra infantry, the Gunners relish the opportunity to plow straight into a firestorm with their hands in control of superb firepower. As tanks advance on a G.I. Joe munitions depot during a coordinated attack, the Gunners open fire on the G.I. Joe Sky Striker jet that launches a serious defense from the air. Now, something you might notice, these two profile pictures, while nice art, they're the exact same image, just flipped. Just like these figures are almost exactly the same. They just reversed the image for the other file card. So, yeah, I mean, these figures are okay. I would have liked to have maybe seen something different in the helmets or on the torso to differentiate them a little more than just the legs. But they're okay for vehicle drivers. Obviously, between the Sky Striker and those figures and the tank and these figures, these come up second. They're not quite as solid, not as good. But they're okay. And also trying to get them on the figure stands is not that easy for these guys. If you see here, you really gotta kind of push it on there, and even then it doesn't really go on all the way. So if you're gonna get this for display, you might be better off just kind of putting them in the tank and letting that be it. I mean, once they're on there, it looks fine. Just getting them on there, that's a little tricky. This guy, so that was the Driver. Here's the Gunner. His peg holes are in the heel, and it was a little bit, oh man, harder to get on there. If I can get this one. All right, one's good enough. Okay guys, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments below. Do you like this set? Do you not like it? What do you think about this orange color? Don't forget to subscribe, like me on Facebook, and I'll see you next time.